When you accuse somebody of something, when you accuse somebody of sexual harassment in your job place or whatever, let's just say there's not surveillance footage to document visually what happened. Then it's he said, she said. And that's basically what we have here. But for there's text messages back and forth that tell the context of what was going on. And Baldoni was so disenchanted with, or Lively was so disenchanted with him because of all the things, but they're sharing family photographs and they're doing things like this. She's accusing him of trying to ruin her reputation. Well, if he has text messages and emails to people in the industry that show that she's actually the one trying to do all of those things, that's that's a problem. It doesn't mean that Justin is innocent of trying to run a smear campaign. And I think that what I'm gathering from this attorney from that video is that we're probably going to see evidence that yeah, he probably did a bit of that, but it wasn't the way that she said. And it wasn't without her taking shots at him and dragging him into this litigation, which is the reason why we're here. So, without further ado, the amended complaint, it was just filed. It was just filed on Friday night, I think. If you haven't, well, I'm assuming if you're here, you're probably aware of Lauren Knighty and Bruce from Oregon, but they sat for 6 hours reading word for word the contents of the amended complaint. I'm not going to really do all of that. I will hit some of the highlights. But the causes of action in their amended complaint amounts to civil extortion, alleging that Lively made wrongful threats, including threats to breach the contracts that she had already signed up for, and defame the Wayfarer parties, demanding money, property, services, other things of value without proper entitlement. And it claims that Wayfarer parties complied with these wrongful demands and were harmed as a result. And we went through some of that in the initial complaint. Where it's like, why are we okay? Y'all had a $500 budget, and she wants to exceed the budget by like 20 times because she has to wear these $5,000 shoes. And then they went along with it. And my criticism of Baldoni at the time was, look, just because she said she wants these things, you guys had a contract and you were giving into her demands. Fundamentally, in contract law, when she makes those demands, it constitutes a counteroffer to the original contract, even if it's already in place. And their acquiescence to her demands rewrites the contract in real time. So every single time they did that, it was feeding into this monster that became Blake Lively on the set. Never mind whether or not she was the proper person that should have been cast in that part. It was in my opinion that I thought perhaps somebody that was actually 23 years old, some up and coming star, somebody trying to make a name for themselves that would love to be a part of a movie like this that wouldn't have any quarrel with wearing $50 shoes from Payless. Is that even still a thing? From wherever. I don't know, but they wouldn't have squabbled about uh, the, uh, the contents of the writing, or try to change scenes, or try to change wardrobes, or try to change anything. So they gave into these things, and yeah, they were harmed because of it. And her lawyer bears that out. Of course, defamation is included, asserting that Lively made defamatory statements to third parties, including the New York Times, falsely portraying the Wayfarer parties as orchestrating a smear campaign against Lively, and they're going to bring their receipts.